Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first story time on No Redemption Outdoors. Today, we have a tale of heartbreak, disappointment, and humiliation. It's a real heartwarmer. And if that isn't enough for you, afterwards, we're going to do a tour of the bait cave. So stay tuned because we're going to get started in just 1 minute. Welcome back to No Redemption Outdoors, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me today, and here we are in the cave for, as promised, story time. And today I'm going to tell you a story about a goof and his beloved truck and a pole in the middle of a parking lot. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, if you caught my 3-minute grab bag, I'll put a link up above, our last 3-minute grab bag, I gave you a glimpse of what the Silverado looks like at the moment. I suppose I owe everybody an explanation. So here we go. This past week, I was at my office quite early in the morning, and my office is situated in a downtown building in a metro Detroit. We'll say one of the smaller cities that surround Detroit. And they happened to be doing some construction directly in front of the building. They were doing some underground work on the main water line. So it's all dug up, and there's pylons everywhere, and that's my normal parking spot. So I had parked a little bit up from it, just a little bit up the street from it. And it just so happens at the same time, there is a large vacant parking lot across the street, and they're setting up for summer concerts there. And they literally had semi-trucks and work crews all working over there to set up these stages and setting up all this different stuff. And so there's a lot of chaos. Well, anyway, the construction crew commenced to doing whatever they were doing, and pretty soon I get a knock at my door. You need to move your truck. The truck's in the way. If you don't move, it's going to get damaged. And so, of course, I rushed out to do so, but quickly discovered there was nowhere to park. Like literally every parking space that was available, normally would have been available, was now taken up because this whole row parking directly in front of my building was unavailable. So literally I couldn't find anywhere to park my truck, and I'm circling around, and I look over and I see this area that they, going into this large parking lot that I mentioned across the street where they're setting up for the concert. And I see this driveway into this large parking lot that they had opened up. The gate was lifted up, and there were some cars flowing in and out of there. And my guess is they were, guys that were working in the setup. But I thought to myself, well, I could probably sneak in there and park. There's plenty of room, right? So that's what I did. I tooled on over and drove right into that parking lot, and I followed another car in, as a matter of fact. So I'm still kind of distracted by all the chaos though, and I'm looking around, and I'm kind of out of one eye I'm trying to see if one of their workers is going to kick me out of the parking lot. Out of the other eye I'm kind of looking around, where am I going to park? And the guy in front of me cut to the right, and I didn't give it too much thought. I thought, well, he's going to go that way, I'm going to go this way. Nope. I didn't no more did I have that thought, and I touch the gas pedal to kind of roll. Boom. Never saw it. Never saw that pole sticking right up. Boy, did that bring me to a quick stop. And you want to know what my first thought was? Honestly, I thought, oh my God, all these people everywhere are going to see me, this big goof, run into a post in a parking lot where he didn't belong in the first place. And that was literally I was so consumed by the idea that I had just humiliated myself that that it took a half a second or so to register I just wrecked my truck. My beautiful baby just got wrecked by a goof in a one-car accident. Luckily, the airbags didn't get set off. That would, oh boy, wouldn't that have been something? Well, of course, I had to back up, and I jumped out of the truck to A, to see what was in front of me, and B, to see what I had done. And in the process, I kind of slyly looked around to see if anybody know. You know, the honest to God truth, nobody even noticed. They never even know. Nobody even saw me do it. Thank God. I can't believe that. There were so many people, but I'm telling you, the chaos was just insane. So, fortunately for me, it didn't damage anything. There were no fluids were leaking. Truck very drivable, perfectly drivable, as a matter of fact. So, you know, I packed up what little bit of pride I had left and got back in the truck and pulled it off to the side just for a minute or two, ran across the street back to my office, got my crap. I said, that's it, I'm going home. The day's ruined, I'm going home. Middle of the day, I'm going home, that's it. And that's what I did. I went and got back in my now damaged truck and drove home to then confess to everybody I know in the world of my goofiness, my goofery. And trust me, I am using child-friendly language because I didn't use child-friendly language on that day. And let me just say that now the truck is at the shop. It literally went in yesterday. I got a call today. As a matter of fact, they ordered $4,000 worth of repair. They had to order the parts today. Holy cow. I'll put some pictures up here so you can see what I damaged, but $4,000. Holy cow. And I'm hopefully, if the parts gods are on my side, and right now it's hard to say, but if they get the parts like they expect, then I should have the truck back next week. Now, in the meantime, I've got a loaner, little Ford Fusion, I think, little car. I haven't drove a car in probably pretty close to 20 years, I think. So it's a new experience, and I'm not enjoying it. And I miss my truck, and I can't go anywhere with my boat. I don't have another truck to pull my boat. And so here I am in the cave, telling stories and sharing my humiliation with the world. Tell me in the comments down below, what is the dumbest thing you ever did in a car? And trust me, I can name a lot of things that I've done really stupid in a car, but this is going to rank up there pretty high. Because you have to understand the number of times I've made fun of people for doing that kind of thing, running into parking posts or running into a building or doing something stupid like that. That I have made such fun of so many people for that. I think that's part of my humiliation. Honest to God. I won't be making fun of anybody anymore. And then the whole, I won't go into what, the truck's at the shop, thank God, but will the lead up to that, what I've gone through with the insurance company and getting bids, and I won't even go into that. So, there is my tale of woe. But the happiness is, soon I will have my baby back. It will be just like new. You'll never even know. No one will ever know. And the order will be restored to the force. So just a little while longer and it'll be over with. Now, like I promised, I told you I was going to show you the cave. And I've had a few requests. And, I've been a little bit reluctant to show you cave because, quite honestly, it's a disaster area. I've been in this house for 23 years now, and this has been my office in this house for 23 years. And I have 23 years of accumulation in here. But, you ask, I got to give. Now, by all rights, this room really should be totally redone. I should take everything out of here, repaint, recarpet. But you know what? It's my space. I like it the way it is. You know, I guess I could make it all nice and pretty for Better Homes and Gardens, but this is the bait cave. And it's got every fingerprint and, you know, dirty boot mark. And Cooper, my dog's, you'll see, he's left his mark. And every inch of every wall is covered, and it's just my space. And you know, the idea of redoing it, I suppose, has a certain attraction. I could probably make it any way I wanted. I could probably do, you know, wood paneling on the walls and all this fancy stuff. I could do all that, but it just don't feel motivated. I like it just like it is. Let me show it to you, and you'll see why, I think. So what I'm going to do is try to flip this camera around. This one's already and it worked. There we go. So there's my view from my desk. I'm at my desk and just kind of panning around. This is my view from my desk. And as I move over here, now you see the filming station and everything that's going on over there. So let's just, you know, I'll walk you around and show you and talk to you about everything. We'll start over by the door. First thing you notice is I got a few hats. I've got a small hat collection. I would probably be considered an amateur by most standards. Of course, I've got my rod rack there. Just those are miscellaneous spare rods. Right here, you will notice this is an 82-pound golden retriever running into the door. That's Cooper. As a matter of fact, Cooper's hanging out with me right now, as he usually does. But that's his head. That's his head. There's my gun case. Got a couple rifles in there, shotgun, AR. That's a bunch of knives. All those are knives. That's a knife sharpening kit. Just miscellaneous crap. And of course, here we have the soft plastics wall. And you can see a little bit of this when we do the, you know, our box openings here. You can see a little bit of it, but there's the whole thing. And I don't know, you know, I think there's a lot left to be desired in the organization of it, but it seems to work. Of course, there is the filming location, and as you can see, I've got my studio lights and the camera itself, and the back, you know, the backdrop, the area behind it. Oh, there's microphones and lights and everything rigged up. I did this myself. I actually made this myself. I'm pretty proud of it. Repurposed a dog grooming table. That's all that is, a dog grooming table. But then I was able to customize it, and it works great. I love it. Of course, you see the RC boat sitting on top of this pedestal, and this pedestal is a real snag I was able to get. There was a local retail store that was going out of business, and just so happened that I wandered in there, and the lady was selling all of her retail display racks and everything, and this pedestal she wanted $50. I thought, good heavens, give me that for $50. Yes, sir. So as you can see, I got the the 6th Sense stuff on there. I've got my Guggen Squad, and I don't know, different. There's my Monster Bass baits. Got some on the back as well. All right, and then back behind here, I want to draw your attention to this chart that you can probably see a little bit of it in the background when we're filming, but that's the St. Mary's River, and that's Sugar Island. And if you watch my videos, you often see me wearing shirts. As a matter of fact, I got one on right now that says Sugar Island on it. And that is the Sugar Island. That's up at Sault Ste. Marie and the St. Mary's River. For those of you who may not be familiar, that's the area, that's the river that runs between Lake Huron and Lake Superior, and that's where the Sioux Locks are at. And we always go up to Sugar Island in the summer. And the fishing up there is just phenomenal. I can't even begin to express to you the smallmouth and walleye fishing and the pike fishing is just amazing. Of course, perch. It's awesome. So that's Sugar Island, and I got a couple ship pictures. I'm a real big fan of Great Lakes freighters. I really like those. I got pictures everywhere of them. And I've been up close and personal with many of those freighters, just running along on the St. Mary's River and following along with them in my own boat. So, and there's just some miscellaneous things hanging up there. There is a t-shirt there. I don't know if you can see it, but I got it made a while back just to see what it would look like. It's a No Redemption t-shirt. And I thought, well, maybe one of these days we'll get some merch going. You never know. Think about it. There's my Red Ryder BB gun. That works. And then as we go a little further over to the left, of course, you see my Michigan flag. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I bleed maize and blue. And let me tell you, it's been a tough decade for the football program. But we remain true. And there's there she is, the 70 gallon or 75 gallon tank for what will be the home of Tanks-A-Lot if I ever get off my rear end and start doing it. I did at first have a bunch of technical problems in terms of filming, but I figured all that out, and I've just been lazy, to be honest with you, and pretty busy, in fairness to myself. But that's where we're going to do them, and that's one of these days I'll give you a look. But we've got a couple plecostomus in there, a couple goldfish. I got a catfish in there, and of course I've got my blue crayfish, and he's hiding over there. His name is Blue. But again, if you watch some of my videos, he's always walking around there, always circling around in that tank. He's really cool. Of course, there's my desk, computer. That's where I edit. And like I said, I got just about every square inch of every wall in here covered with something. Some of it's not entirely appropriate, so I apologize for some of the language. These die-cast cars, a couple of them recently fell off of there and landed on the desk, actually broke one of them. I'm going to have to get them fixed. But those things are heavy, FYI. And just miscellaneous stuff on the walls. Over here in the back corners, a closet with some more hats. God almighty, I don't know if I even want you to see this closet. Let's just, forgive me in advance, please. It's just like the rest of my life. Everything is just cluttered. I got my Fragile lamp there for Christmas Story. I've got some, I'm a big fan of Austin Powers and Breaking Bad, so I got some of their figures down here. The Breaking Bad dudes. My mother painted that. And that's it, guys. I mean, that's about it. It's not a big room. But as you see, we pretty much use every square inch of it. And as I said, I suppose I could redecorate in here and make it all nice and fancy. I suppose I could do that. But would it be my cave anymore? I don't think it would be. I like it just the way it is. Every ding, every scuff, every mark, every beautiful picture, every bait, everything. It's just me. It's me. And it's maybe a scary insight into the inner workings of this brain, but there you have it. So tell me what you think. Let me turn this camera back around, see if I can do that. There we go. Tell me what you think. Have you lost respect for me? Okay, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as you can see, maybe you noticed, there were a few boxes sitting on the rig over there because I need to do those box openings. And, you know, I was thinking about doing them on the boat, but of course that means I got to wait another week to do them. So I'll probably have to break down and do it in the next few days. But, you know, as you can see, I'm very, very much behind, and I apologize. I have not posted any videos in the last few weeks other than the grab bag videos. So I thought I'd make it up to you with this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I hope that those of you who were curious have now had your curiosity satisfied. You know what they say about curiosity killed the cat. Hopefully satisfaction will bring him back. And with that pearl of wisdom, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you very much for joining me today. And until we meet again, folks, take care.
Jag är somali och jag rappar mina rötter, ey. 15 000 det är bara mina fötter, ey. Jag är somali, rappar Mali.